Hey guys, this is Stu. Another inbox review of a kit that is very rare to get hold of. An xtrakit tend to do unusual and rare subjects, this being a principal one. As far as I know, this is the only injection molded kit of the scimitar. So I would suggest, if you want this aircraft, definitely snap it up. But having previously had a look at the internal part of the kit, you're going to be disappointed, guys. Alright, it is a limited range, so say no more. This aircraft itself was designed as a low-level strike and tactical nuclear fighter. And basically first flew in 57. I think it entered service around about 59 and replaced the Venom. It was a big aircraft, was principally designed to be on the fleet carriers, but it served both on HMS Ark Royal and HMS Eagle, and also the then new carrier HMS Hermes. It was not the most successful. There were a number of accidents, and out of the 75 aircraft that were built, 39 were written off with accidents. And when it came to them being engineered, yes, they were innovative and well advanced, but they were a nightmare to work on. The average hours spent on an aircraft after one flight was around about 1,000. And it's only when the Buccaneer came along that they were eventually replaced and put back as basically an onboard flight refueling aircraft. The final ones were retired in around about 1969. Anyway, without further ado, we'll get on with the review itself. As you can see, the aircraft on the front of the box is illustrated from a unit that was based on HMS Eagle. I think it was number 800B Squadron. Okay, on the side of the box you've got the English basics of what the kit is about, and then in German. If you want the kit number, I shall try and source one of these on eBay, because obviously it's a limited run. It's XK72011. That's XK72011. Alright guys. Right, without further ado, let's see what's inside. Okay. Right, first off we got the instruction sheet. And then the thing I do like about xtrakit is you've got a sealed bag, so there is no way that you can resealable bag, so there's no way you can lose your parts, so that is a bonus. So hats off to xtrakit for that. They are indeed a Czechoslovakian firm, but they are distributed by Hanance, so Hanance is your best source, alright, if you want to look up some of their kits. But as I say, a lot of them are limited range. And the instruction sheet, you've got a side and plan view of the aircraft itself, then a little history about the aircraft. Okay. Right, first off, you've got the sprue tree. There's not a lot of parts in this kit, and as I say, it's a limited run. Okay. Then you've got the old symbols, which you see there for assembly. And then you've got the colour guide. Now a lot of these come in extra colour guides, so I would suggest you cross match them with other brands. Alright. First off, you've got the assembly of the seat. I think it's a resin one, so you may have to add some detail and use some sprue to make up the grab handle. And obviously the seat belts as well, you're going to have to source aftermarket, I think, guys, because I think xtrakit do etched brass interiors for some of their kits. Again, I would suggest eBay. And then you've got the assembly of the cockpit itself, and then you've got the front of the cover, I think, for the control panel. Then you've got the internal shields for the air inlets, or the air intakes. Then you put the internal part of the air intake inside the fuselage, along with the nose wheel bay, as well as the cockpit. And obviously don't forget to weight the nose, and then add the engine blades as well. And then at the back of the nozzle you've got a little valve there, which is supposed to show the internal detail of the engine. Alright, but it's a bit crude, I have to say. Again, this is where the aftermarket set will come in handy. And then you've got the exhaust nozzles, which you apply to the back of the fuselage, and then the hatch for the arrestor hook, and then obviously button up the fuselage, not forgetting to put the nose weight in. Then you've got the assembly of the arrestor hook, as well as the back door there, or the air brake. And then you've got radar housing as well as the tail planes, and a good way of checking the angle, guys. Alright. And then you basically apply the wings and the air inlets onto the back of the fuselage, as well as the air forgot what you call those now. Winglets or something. And then you've got the pitot tube, and the assembly of the nose bay and undercarriage, and then the main bogies and the fuel tanks. Okay, and then add the fuel tanks to the fuselage, the beneath the wing, along with the main bogies to the fuselage, and the air inlets, as well as some of the oh god, my brain's not working now. Pitot tubes or whatever it is. And then more air inlets are added to the lower fuselage, along with the other side, along with the air tanks and the main bogie. Put the cockpit assembly to go along with the pitot tube, and that's your assembly done. Now you've got two colour callouts, two options. One is a scimitar based on HMS Eagle by 800 Squadron between 64 and 65. Again, its lower upper part is extra dark sea grey with white undersurfaces. Okay, and you've got the indication of where to put the decals for the air tanks. Okay, and then the second example is basically of a unit based on the sister ship HMS Ark Royal, seconded to How Far in Malta between 60 and 61 of 807 Squadron. Again, same colours. Alright. Right, let's look at the most interesting part of the kit, the main assemblies. As I said, you've got a self-sealing bag. Okay. With the actual sprues inside, which is a good feature, which I wish most kit manufacturers would tend to do, because you're never going to lose your parts then. So let's get them all out. First off is the fuselage halves, which you can see here. If I get them under the lamp, you can see the fine recessed panel detail. Now the plastic, I'm afraid, because it's a limited run kit, is a bit thick. Alright. And then you've got the main air tanks that you see there. Okay. Not bad for a limited run. Okay. Little bit of flash there, unfortunately, but you know, that's what you get when you get a limited run kit. Then you've got the you've got the engine blades, which you see there with the main turbines. Okay. Unfortunately, there's no detail inside, so I think you're going to have to use some artistic license there, guys. But as I say, there is an extra detail set, etched brass set, I think, that xtrakit tend to do with most of their kits, so you may have to source that on eBay or scratch build. And then obviously we've got the wing assemblies. I can detach them from the other sprue, that is. Sorry, guys. Again, you've got some minor recessed panel details there for the wings. Not bad, I have to say, for a limited run kit. Okay. And then the final sprue is of basically the engine nozzles, air intake, inlet manifolds, and obviously the pylons where the air tanks were applied to. Okay, and there's the back of the engine there, which you see. Can't say that I've seen better, to be honest with you. The wheels, ooh, look at that, right in the wrong place. You've got weld seams in there, awful. So I think, to be honest, you're going to have to source aftermarket for that. I know I will be. However, what I am impressed with is the control panel. Nice detail, guys, so hats off to xtrakit for that. So that's quite nice. And then obviously you've got the arrestor hook there, parts of the actual undercarriage legs, and obviously you've got the bay doors as well, as the cup bucket tub, which you see there, bit basic. Again, as I say, you can get aftermarket sets for the cockpit. Alright. Okay. Detail on the inside of the undercarriage bays, not bad, but I have seen better. Alright guys. But you may have to use artistic license for that. Then we've got the resin seat, which you see here. Again, as I say, it's a bit basic. I think you're going to have to just add some artistic license, use a bit of sprue for the grab handle for the ejection seat. Either use masking tape for the seats or use etch brass sets. Okay. And then you've got the cockpit tub, which is attached to the bag. Now I'm not going to take it out, but it is unfortunately quite thick, which is a bit of a disappointment. So you may well have to get some vac form moulded one for that. Yeah, bit of a disappointment that, guys. So and then you got the decals. Again, I'm afraid these are a bit of a disappointment again, and I've got a nasty feeling because they're so shiny and thick with film, they're going to crack when you put them down. So I think my best alternative is to get an aftermarket decal set, and there is tons on the market. So yeah. As I say, it is an unusual subject of a kit that is not very well made at the moment. Maybe Airfix might bring out a retooled kit, I don't know. Here's hoping. But this is your only source at the moment. You can get a vac form one, I think, which may be better, but if you're after a genuine injection moulded one, then this is your best bet. It's not great. It is a bit crude. You are going to have to do a bit of work on it, but if you want to put in the effort, I'm sure it will make a good kit. Anyway, until then, get kit crazy, happy modelling, and I'll see you on the next video.